Hi everybody, today we're going to talk about bash profiles. Bash profiles is a utility on Mac systems that allows us to do shortcuts on the command line. So if you've seen the previous videos, you've been noticing sometimes I'll do something like this, it won't find the command, and then I'll rewrite it using clear. That's because I'm used to using my bash profile that has a shortcut for C for used to clear the terminal. So I'll show you how to use one and how to create a file. Do cd, enter. Now you'll be at your root directory and you can touch a file called .bash underscore profile. Now opening up that, you'll see it's empty. The typical bash profile will be aliases, possibly some path configurations, and prompt modifications. Let me show you a sample. This is a bash profile from Paulo Check. Here he modifies his path, sets up aliases for his ls, and does grep. Here's a git shortcuts he uses, and even this FAB completion. I'm not sure what this does. And here's a more famous one, Nate Landau's. It uses a really well organized bash profile. You can do command or comment lines with the hashtag, and it has sections, and we're kind of interested in the web development section down below, which is section, oh, it doesn't have that much, web development. So he uses the web development aliases for setting up Apache servers that will allow you to run local code. That's not what we're interested in. We're more generic, and we'll be adding to this. So let me show you my favorite ls ones. If we do alias, and it has to be specifically in this format. Alias will have to be underscored or lowercase. Then the shortcut name, which I want to use C, and single quote. And it has to be a single quote straight quote, because sometimes you'll get the side quote. And I want to do a clear command. So if I save that bash profile on my root directory, and if I go back and restart it using a source command, I will now be able to clear, like, let's do more stuff. ls and ls-la. I have a bunch of text. Now if I do C and hit enter, it clears it, because the terminal now thinks that writing C is the same as writing clear. There's other aliases that we can use, as these people clearly exemplify. But the main idea is an alias will interpret the name of the shortcut and substitute it with the command you want to use. So you can actually build on top of the commands that are already available in terminal, and then make new larger strings or longer workflows or multi-step commands with a single shortcut. Be careful in how you create your alias names, because they could be overriding functionality. If we did, for example, git and used other functionality on top of it, we would be overriding, and our normal git command would not work. Here's one of the ones I really like to use is the ls. So ls can be reconfigured for the ls long table name, hidden files, colored, and I'm not sure what the HFG flags do, but we can try it out. We source it and to restart the bash profile. If we don't source it or restart our terminal, we won't enable the new version of the bash profile. It will have a cache version, and that's the one it will keep using. So if I do ls now, which used to be just the list view, we now get a longer view with more information regarding who the users, permissions, the dates it was modified, and then the types of files in there. This highlights all of them in blue because they're projects, but you could touch a file into that directory and ls would now show that different than the blue. That's it for now. I'll grab this bash profile. I'll create a new repository called bash profile and best personal useful bash profile for web development. From time to time, I'll add more, and I'll make sure that the one on the repository gets updated with what I have on the computer, so you can always use it when needed. And I'll make sure this goes create the profile. So I'll be sending this up and saving it in the near future, and thanks for listening, guys.